All right, my friends, today is September the 23rd. It is Monday, a couple hours into the New York session. We've got a pretty important outlook this week. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into it. So let's go ahead and start off with the Bitcoin macro rundown and work our way into the lower time frame. We are at a very key point right now. Ultimately, we're trying to decide if the original Q4 bull thesis is going to line up and start to play out right now, or if we're about to get bunked. So simply put, we've been trend respecters the whole way through. We've gone into this range. We were prepared for the range early on. Hopefully we avoided any of the drawdown. I think it's time to start to gamble again, simply put. So, but I think it makes sense to be gambling. Obviously, I need to make the very key point that 65K, we're at the most significant resistance right now. I'm going to show on medium time frame the actual levels, but 65K is the region that we need to get through. If bulls get through 65K, then that starts to look like a structural shift within this range. For a while, we were in this kind of slow bleed local downtrend. We got our first structural shift where we made a higher low here, and if we can make a higher high, right, and actually successfully get over 65K, then we're looking really bullish. So if you're interested in gaining access to the spaghetti template and learning how to properly utilize it, you should consider joining the Paragon group. Like you guys have heard me say for a long time now, I've wanted so desperately a reason to be bullish, and for many months I didn't have a reason to. Well, now I think I actually have that reason again. So it really becomes a question of, are we going to fail here at 65K and continue this downtrend structure, or are we about to see some fight from the bulls, get over 65K, and see that meat spec on the menu regime return, which I'm obviously very much praying for. So 65K is the ultimate level that we need bulls to reclaim. I don't really want to see bulls losing 60K. If we lose like 60 or 59 again, then that would be a very clear sign to be risk off. I will be very quick to go back to being risk off again, which I'll cover in a moment. So that's pretty much it for the higher time frame, right? We've started to get some of those incredibly important reclaims along the way. The structure is starting to shift more towards, a bullish, point. Sentiment is very flip-floppy back and forth every day. I think a lot of people are still very confident being bearish. So honestly, I get that tingle that people are going to be very confident shorting where we're at now, expecting this to be the next lower high that we're going to be painting on the chart. So that's pretty much it for our time frame. Let's go ahead and do medium time frame first, and then we'll do positioning and plans. Okay, so as far as medium time frame goes, different things that we need to discuss here. So let's get into it. Again, we can kind of see that confluence in this level of 64, 65K, whatever you want to call it. Very significant resistance, right? The anchored VWAP from the beginning of the range is one of the more important VWAPs that we need to see flipped in order to be expecting that there's going to actually be any momentum. Because as of now, we're still in a reversion rotational market, right? You get over 65K, and then that's when we can be confident that we're in the momentum stage. So we've successfully reclaimed the composite structure. The composite structure looks healthy overall, so that's not terrible. All the reclaims have been really bullish along the way. So yeah, that's pretty much it for medium time frame. We talked about the weekend composite structure, which did the sweep and everything we were looking for. Across the board, it looks like we could be ready to trade up. Okay, let's go ahead and move over to altcoins. Again, like I said earlier, I'm not going to be too crazy with altcoins, so I did a full scan this morning. A lot of altcoins are starting to develop a very different structure than they had, a month or 2 months ago. A lot of them are starting to get to that bullish reclaim standpoint. So again, everything is going to be contingent upon what Bitcoin does. Always put that at the forefront of your mind. If Bitcoin is still looking bullish, then these altcoins are going to go up. That's the only way that I'm going to be trading this stuff. So let's go ahead and run through some of them. I still think Tron looks really good. Solana, it is not the best looking coin, but it is decent looking. And this is almost always one of my go-tos for getting long. Make out all your plans for your altcoins right now, and you will thank yourself in the next couple months, assuming we don't get smacked down here this week. I'm gonna always throw that caveat in there because it is absolutely at the point where I am definitely feeling that max bullish vibe, but we could easily get rejected here. So I don't want to get ahead of myself. I just can't let my emotions and expectations of the trade get ahead or interfere with my management, right? It's all about about being pragmatic at the end of the day. Okay, so that's going to be the alts conversation, and that's going to be the active trading conversation. So I blasted through the outlook today pretty quickly. Hopefully all that's been pretty straightforward. That's going to be it for me this week. I blasted through this video pretty quickly today. I think you've got the synopsis, generally speaking, on Bitcoin. Feeling extremely optimistic, but we're at that really key pivot point. So if bulls put up a little bit more of a fight, then we're going to absolutely be into the full up, meats back on the menu, kind of regime. If anybody is feeling spicy and wants to go into the Discord and look up every time I've ever posted the meats back on the menu meme in the Discord and then do, a study of what the markets do, it's probably got like a 90+% hit rate, I bet. It's not 100%, I don't think, but unless you zoom out and you give me some leeway. Anyways, that might be interesting for the memes. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Good luck out there. There's a lot of shit going on right now. We're either about to get really spicy or we're about to go right back to being boring dead again. I'm praying for spice. Cheers, everybody. Good luck out there.